This is Handle the Shit, the podcast where septic gets strategic and business gets real. I'm Tanya Wilson, CEO of Homefield East Valley, and me and my crew are here to help you run a business that doesn't run you. We're not guessing, we're in it. Grit, mistakes, wins, real shit from the field and the office. The stuff no one tells you about, but all the things you need. It's not just theory, it's not just hype, it's just what works. Are you ready to build the septic business of your dreams? Welcome to Handle the Shit podcast. Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. I have Heidi Hooker with us today, my brilliant marketing genius here at Homefield East Valley. And today we're going to dare you to be annoying on social media.
Do it, please. Try to be annoying.
What does that mean, Heidi? What does it mean to be annoying on social media? What are we trying to get them to do?
We're trying to get you to post. Please get involved with social media. Everything is social nowadays. To grow a business, to keep a business, you got to get out there. So you're not going to be annoying. I can pretty much guarantee you that. But the goal is to try.
Yeah.
We just dare you to try.
So if somebody... Well, let's just back up a little bit. I hear often in my women's community, ladies kicking ass, that people don't want to post more than a couple times a week in their service business. One, because they don't know what to post, and two, because they feel like they're being annoying to their followers. Right. How do you address that?
Again, you're not going to be annoying. You got to pick a schedule and you need to stick to it. You just need to start posting. But again, don't just post, like we're Homefield. We want to post customer education. We don't want to just start posting stupid shit that has no correlation to our business, of course.
Sure.
So you need to go into it. Even if you're not in marketing or never done it before, you need to figure out, okay, where am I going to post? We post to all of our social channels, which we can get into that and what we use later, but we post to all of our social channels. So we have, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, X now, my bad.
X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yes,
they always say that.
So you want to pick how many times you want to post. You don't want to just, I'm going to post one day here, not post for a month. Okay, I'm going to post every day this week. No, pick something, stick to it. We post every day.
Yep. Every day.
So we try to do, there's simple things you can do. You can do, Motivational Monday, Testimonial Tuesday, Tech Tuesday, whatever it is. You can find so many things out there just to get inspiration and just post. Consistency is key.
Absolutely. And I'm actually going to attach to this podcast a little PDF of 50 ideas that you can have inside of your septic business that you can post about tomorrow on social media.
So simple.
I want to be able to offer you some coaching and some help to be able to do that because there's so much shit, literally, going on inside of this business that if you will post consistently, I'm not asking you to post 4 times a day.
Right.
If you'll post consistently, you will start seeing traction. Now, here's the thing about social media. Oh, consistency. Sorry, I should have added this. That's at least once a day.
Right.
Okay, there's 31 days in May. How many times did you post in May?
More than 31. More.
Perfect. At least 31 times a day. Or 31 times a day. 31 times a day. 31 times in a month. What's really, really cool about social media too is it's called fucking social for a reason.
Right. You're trying to, get out there, spread the word about your business.
Yes.
It's one of those that there is so much that you want to get out there about your business. But I found this thing and it really helped me is the 80-20 rule. You post 80% value, education, behind the scenes about us, whatever it is. And then 20% you can set aside to do kind of your sales and your sales pitch, whatever you want to call it. So, 80% behind the scenes about your business, provide that value because no one wants to be sold to right off the bat. Here's my page, buy my stuff.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, who are you?
Yeah.
Who are your people? Who is your team? You got to set the tone. You got to set the voice for that.
Oh, that's so important. Actually, I would love to throw in there too an experience that I've had as a business owner in the septic industry is when I'm hiring new people to come on board, I will send them our social media and say, get to know us. And even like people will come in and like we have very informal interviews. Like we want to get to know who you are. We already know you can do the job. That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Right? That's the point of the resume or the application. What I want to know is what are your values? What are your goals? What's your mindset? What's your vibe when you walk into my office? Like,
Right.
how do you talk? How do you speak? Do you show up clean and presentable at an interview? Those are people skills
Right.
versus the technical skills. Because even if you've been in septic, I'm going to teach you new shit anyways. I'm going to teach you
Exactly.
our way. So the important thing with social media too is that people will come in and be like, wow, like they're kind of thrown off a little bit, I think, at first because they're used to like, what's the challenges? What are your weaknesses?
Right. Yeah, ours
Interviews.
are so different.
We don't do that. But people will say, I really did check out your social media, and you guys are exactly how you put yourselves out there on social
Yep.
media, which is really a testament of the authenticity that Home Field East Valley has really embraced here as a team.
Yeah.
Like, we post it all. Sometimes we've had people in the past that are like, ew, no, don't post those gross posts. No one
People
wants
like
to see the inside of a septic tank. My
Yeah.
daughter will show me shit she sees on TikTok, and she's like, "Did you see this one? It's so satisfying." And you're like, "Ew, gross." But those are the ones.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, on TikTok, the one that went viral that we had on there was literally, like,
Breaking
trying
up
to
that
get
clog. Yeah.
the wipes out of the inlet baffle.
And it's funny that you talk about that. Trishelle and I were just talking the other day about like what has the most views, what do people like, and you can kind of see like among different channels, how
Mhm.
things rank and like what people are viewing and stuff. And that video where I think it was Isaac, he was breaking up that baffle, and it just
Oh,
starts
yeah.
coming out. That thing ranks so high, I don't even know the number of views that it got right now. But then we were also looking at the video that I made. It was like a quick 8-second clip, which all it took was 8 seconds. It got over 1,000 views, and I just posted it 2 days ago on YouTube, where we started with the priority trucks and then how we transitioned, and
Yeah.
we got up there. So it was incredible to see, like, okay, people like this authentic stuff, and then they like the shit.
Yep, they do, and they like the people and the shit.
Yes.
When you
Yep.
get people and the shit in there, you get so many people that will respond. But another key part about being social is you have to be social with your followers. And if you're looking to gain followers, like what I mean by social with your followers is like if they leave you a comment, respond.
Yes.
So important to respond and not just a heart, an actual response.
Right.
Okay. It really does help you be able to look and feel relevant to
Yeah.
the Instagram algorithm everybody bitches about all the time. Also, if you're looking to grow your followers, you need to go find people that you want to be your customers.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, I think like when you just touched on it is, leave more than the heart or, a thumbs up, whatever, like actually engage with them. And that's another big thing with your posts that I think you need to do is there needs to be some sort of call to action, whether it's like this
Mhm.
post or drop the, craziest thing you've seen in a septic tank. Just try to interact. And like we've done that before to where I'm like, oh, this person, like I'll check out people's profiles or they like this. So I'm going to follow them back. Find other septic companies, like, just go out there and put yourself out there. I mean, what's the worst they're gonna do? Deny your friend requests? I think we're all above that now,
It's
so
not personal.
it's supporting each other, like, you said with Kim, with Turner
Yeah.
Septic, for a perfect example, like, getting her in on our stuff, we tag her, she posts our stuff, so just things like
All the
that,
time.
and then it's like you almost see new followers or people actually, engaging with that, so it's a perfect way to just go through and find people.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense to do that. When you have people that you are supporting, Megan is another
Yep.
one that she shares a ton of our stuff. She owns a septic company in West Virginia. It's just so cool to be able to even network with other septic people through our social media. A lot of people that follow us are other septic companies.
Oh, yeah, and I even go through and that's another one too, is I will find restaurants in our area or, "Oh, this new restaurant opened. I'm gonna follow them.
Yep.
Provide them some value, send them, like a grease guide or whatever it is. Give them a little bit of value and say, "Hey, I'm here if you have any questions. Congrats on your new restaurant opening.
Yeah.
This is what we offer. I'm up the street. Let me know if you need help with anything."
Yeah, seriously, you could like start at one end of your street. So we live on Higley Road here. You could start at one end of Higley and go all the way to the end. It would take you all summer to go on all the restaurants and all the places that have wastewater that need to be pumped out and literally send them a message, send them a message, comment on a few things that they have.
Exactly. Just
Same
show the community some support.
Yes, community stuff, real estate agents, if you work with a lot of septic inspections, you definitely want to be able to network with them. Put together a quick, simple little guide on septic inspections in your neighborhood. Put together a little something like what every real estate agent should know about septic and make it a 1 or 2 page guide that you can send to them. Just little things like that is a value add that you're doing through social media that literally costs you nothing.
And it kind of just sets you apart from, I mean, we don't call them our competition, but it just sets you apart from everyone else.
Yeah,
And it sets that bar so much higher that you have that sense of pride in that too.
absolutely.
So,
How many people, first of all, are doing any fucking outreach whatsoever with their septic or grease trap pumping company? Nobody does
yeah,
it.
exactly.
And I'm going to give you another tip. Just get on Facebook. I'm going to say Facebook because that's typically where septic companies still live is
Right.
Facebook. Even if you did Instagram, pretty much the same thing. If you got on there and looked, most of the people that are in your industry or your competitors are not on social media.
No,
They don't use it. If they did, they had a post in 2014 and it was National Pancake Day.
that's not wrong.
We laugh all the time. This is something social media also needs to be done internally with your team.
Yeah, you have to
You
know
can't hire
someone.
a team
Yeah.
to do that. Or you'll get National Pancake Day, or it's National Take Your Kid to Work Day, or it's National something that is completely irrelevant to
Yeah.
your business.
You need someone that knows the in and outs of your industry. And when I started, I didn't know anything about septic. And now look, I'm teaching Trishelle stuff.
Yeah.
It's not hard, but you want that voice that's, within your business to really break things down, to actually connect with the customers and the businesses, to know, what you're talking about.
Yes. It is your social proof that you know what the hell you're doing and that
Right.
you're a trustworthy, clean, awesome, great rapport team. We actually just got a compliment on that at the last job we were
I
out at
heard.
today for
That's
the
so
photo thing.
exciting.
He's like, "You guys really do have good rapport with each other. You guys seem to have a great team spirit." And I was like,
We like each other.
as the owner of a business, that is the best compliment in the world.
And I mean,
It's
at
really
first, it
cool.
almost seemed like he was a little unsure.
I
Like,
know.
there's like a dozen people in my
Yeah.
backyard. But at the end, I mean, we were engaging him with what we were doing, the
Yeah.
conversation, and just connecting with him, on a personal level too. So it was great. And he left a review.
Yay!
So,
Good. So there was 2 gentlemen. Vincent was the guy that owned the house,
okay.
and Vinny was his friend that was there. Instantly talking to the guy, you could tell he was from New York
Oh,
area.
yeah.
So, of course, Tim being
Yep.
from New York is like, "Where are you from?" They're both from Long Island, and then they're talking about their little neighborhoods that they live in and
Yep.
just, building the rapport with stuff. So, Vinny was great on site,
Mhm.
and that was his friend, and then Vincent left a, thing that he had sent in through House Call Pro. "You guys are rock stars. Thank you so
Yep.
much." So he wasn't even there. So it was what Vinny had been telling him.
Right.
So shout out to Vinny and Vincent. We were telling you all about our podcast. You
Yeah.
probably won't listen to it, but if you
Maybe
do,
someday.
you guys are awesome. Well, this has been so great. So if somebody wants to really try hard to be annoying on social media, how many times would you really have to post, do you think, that would make you annoying?
I would say more than 5 times a day,
Yeah.
because the chances of someone actually seeing all 5 posts every single day, kinda rare.
Slim to none. About 2% of your following audience on Instagram sees a post. About 1% sees your reels or stories.
Yeah.
Stories are actually viewed more, but leave less of an impact because they're so quick.
Yep.
People that are watching stories are like, next thing, next thing, next thing. They're not absorbing anything. It's almost like
Right.
mindlessness. 1% and 2%. Take a risk
Yeah.
and try to be annoying.
Once a
And
day at least. Just do
at
once a
least
day.
once a day. And you can get the PDF with 50 ideas to post about in the show notes down below. We'll also leave a link too for a program that we use. It's called Social Curator, which actually allows
Social
you.
Pilot.
Oh, Social
Social
Pilot.
Pilot.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Give it a second. I'll edit this part out. Social Curator. I've been looking at that too much. So we're actually going to leave a link in the show notes for a program that we use that's called Social Pilot. This is an excellent, very inexpensive. I think I pay $35 a month for it, and I use it for both
Yeah.
Home Filled and Ladies Kicking Ass. And you can post to multiple different social media networks. So what my big advice would be for you is if that's overwhelming, which it is for a lot of people, pick one. Get really freaking good at something. I would highly recommend as a service business that you do it on Facebook. Get your Facebook page set up and just start posting to Facebook. If you set up Instagram as well, you can literally post to both of them at the same time by switching over a toggle, and it will do it for you all the time. So that is something that I would highly encourage you to do, because then you can become parts of neighborhood groups where people can actually shout you out or recommend you online.
Yeah.
And that looks really great and professional. So start with Facebook and Instagram, work your way up from there. We'll do many, many, many more of these marketing, social media podcast episodes, because there's just way too much to get
Yeah.
into in one.
I have so much more to say.
Yeah, so much more. Well, thank you so much, Heidi, for being on here. And definitely our challenge for you this week is to go out on social media and be super, super annoying. And until next time, keep handling the shit. You've been listening to Handle the Shit, powered by Homefilled East Valley. We're here to lead, to build, and to show the world that septic pros don't just clean up messes, we run shit. If this hit home, share it with someone in the field. Leave us a review or just get back out there and handle yours. Stay gritty, stay growing. Tune back in next week for another amazing episode and keep handling the shit.